Alright, so we've got the wheels off. I've got the car up on jacks. I've got actually a safety stand as well as this little jack here on this side. Took the front wheel off, okay, and I've got it actually the wheel off both sides. You can kind of see underneath through here back there. You can see the wheels missing, so got them off on both sides. But our next step is going to be to take out the CV axle, which is the front axles. That's this. I don't know if we can see here. It's going to be this this guy here, and that axle running back there, back here. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. That goes back into transmission. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. Yeah, there it is. So it's going to come out right there behind that black rubber boot, CV boot. It goes right in the transmission. We're going to need a pry bar to pry that out. Of course, I need to go get, there's a special tool here. Now for this car, this actual lug nut size, this axle nut is, I forget what size, it's around 23 or 27 millimeter or something like that. But basically, you can just buy the one if you want it. They do sell them, the actual sockets. So if you're going to work on more than just your car and you want to invest in your toolkit, then go ahead and get the one that has 4 or even 7 of them. So it'll cover a lot of makes and models, both import and domestic. But so that's I'm probably going to need that socket, so I'll have to go and get that. Also, there's this clip. Gotta pry that out down here to get this off. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. I guess I gotta lay on the ground here. So yeah. So these usually have, like in this case for this car, there's a little indent on the end of the axle, and basically you crimp this in or pound it in, you know, with a flat chisel, something that's not so sharp, but you know, you can bend it in, and it creates it's a locking mechanism. It locks it so that while the axle's spinning, that this nut is not going to come loose to the left or the right. So we got to get a little flathead screwdriver. We got to get a little flathead screwdriver under there. You know, because I don't know if I had a shot at it, but you know, when the axle's turning and moving, this being indented will keep it from coming loose. So we're going to put a little flathead screwdriver in there, pry that outward, and then we'll be able to put a socket on there and turn that, break that free, and then take that off. Once that's off, there's going to be on this rotor here, this rotor assembly behind here, there's going to be a few nuts we're going to have to remove here to separate the caliper and rotor assembly from so that the axle can slip out. Let me see if we can get a shot over here. And what in this case for my car, what it's going to be, let's see if we can get down there. Yeah, it's going to be these bolts up here, this one and that one. We'll have to remove those, slide this bolt outward that way. There's the end of the bolt. There is one down back here as well, right there. We'll slide them out and drop that, move it out of the way. At this point, this axle back here, here's the boot, the outer boot. That'll be able to come out of the rotor assembly, hub assembly. Forgive me if I'm not getting the exact language right, but this will have to come out, and then we'll use a pry bar to pry it out of the transmission back this way. We'll be able to slide the whole CV axle out. The CV axles themselves are only about maybe 30 to 60 bucks each if you ever have to replace them, and that's basically what you'd have to do for this job. It's really not a big deal, and some people charge 350 bucks labor to do both sides, you know. So anyways, Let's walk around on the other side and you can see that we also got the tire off there. We'll do the same thing on this side. Alright, see you in the next clip.